we now continue with our fall preview special on Chao in 2017 this week. And here again is your Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Brandon Shannons. Thanks again, Paul. How's everyone doing in New York so far? That's pretty good. Well, as we pass, we will have our tag team matches and the best of my women's division basis. So, Paul, let's get to it. Let's get straight over to the field. Alright, first up for our tag team play, we have the 2016 Tag Team Champions, Walter Creekson, and the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller, taking on Norman Finer and the Metro Cowboy Benny Moen, in which both teams have yet to get a win so far this season. But I know that one of those teams will walk away with a W this week. Let's exactly find out which one will it be. Good luck to the first two teams on the quest for victory, and let's have a choice! Here we go! Right tag team play, and now I'm Miller's with us, which means Norman Finer and Benny Moen will have a 2-on-1 advantage over Walter Griggs at the current moment, as he fights, still trying to get his first win for Rover. Right now, these three are going to eat the food, and Rover and Norman Finer are dancing to the beat. And there goes Benny Moen. He's going to have command of the lead up to the front, as the first superstar against Beavers. As Benny Moen flies for the aisles, first superstar against Beavers this week is number 7. And it looks like Walter Griggs is going to rest. He is better than the fly with number 1 over at the water. And who will get Beavers number 2 in this race? It'll be number 8 who gets it, leaving number 7 in dead meat over at the bridges. And Aaron Miller, wow, another shortcut strategy for Aaron Miller. He is doing a pretty good job with flying in his training camp over the summer. Now he has command of the lead for Walter Grigson, as Norman Finer takes the next Beavers. Now he has to really catch up to where he wants to get his first win. Right now, number 7, they are getting left behind, battling for delight. Number 1 is also left behind. Which one of those three will get the next Beavers? As we pass the 1 minute mark, it is number 8. That makes his next Beavers race. Meanwhile, it is Aaron Miller, the Steel Curtain, who's trying to give Walter Grigson his first win in the season. I think he's going to be having a race on tonight. Back to number 8 we go, and down goes number 2 up in front of him. Number 8's trying to desperately to lead number 1-7 does. Right now, Norman Finer might not have enough time to catch up to him. There's always next time for Norman Finer, I think. And number 8 with a third consecutive Beavers. Now up to 4 Beavers. There goes Aaron. Down goes number 1. That's going to come series dash for number 1. Aaron Miller's at home stretch, and he's almost there. That's the next Beavers we made by the Metro Cowboy Benny Moen, as the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller assists Walter Grigson towards the victory. So Walter Grigson finally gets his first win of the season. What a deal! As number 2, well, the next command Beavers, and number 7 possible. You just forget about this race. And we have just enough time for one more Beavers of this race. It will be made by number 8, who leads the other superstar in the dust, which means he'll have a total of 5 Beavers for the race. And the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller and Walter Grigson prevail. They get the first tag team of the season. That's right, there's more summer coming up. Do not go away. And now it's time for race number 2. Race number 2 will feature Stealing Man and Aaron Shorty of the Lucky Dash taking on Chuck Dixon and Gary Coles. These teams are at 500 right now. Which one of them will be above 500 win? We're about to find out right now. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. So who's going to win this one? We'll find out soon enough. As they make their way towards the rainbow path, all decorated in 8 different colors of rainbow. And it looks like Stealing Man's quarterback's trying to get some attention here. Right now, the other 3 Chao are eating the food, and it looks like Gary Coles is going to have command of the lead up in the front, because the other 2 Chao are dancing. As the first superstar against Beavers is number 8, who's dominating over the others in a hurry, by the way it looks at it. And right now, number 2 is getting left behind the competition. He is better to take the water, as number 8 opens up this race with back-to-back speed bursts. But he's trying to, I think he's losing ground right now. Meanwhile, Gary Coles in the lead of come on, as number 7 will get the next man speed burst, battling with Ramon Shorty and Chuck Dixon is quarterbacks all the way in the back. That means he's going to be left behind in the competition for a while. Who got the next speed burst as we approach the 1 minute mark? It's Iron's Fabulous Warrior, Stealing Man, also known as the Irish Wonder of the World, Right now it is Gary Coles who leads over Rambo Shante at the Cowboy, heading into the sapphire portion, of course, as number 8, who really needs help now, takes another turn making his first previous base. And right now, Chuck Dixon really needs to catch him to do. He's going to need a couple speeders, and I mean now. And this is one of them. Well, he's one of the fastest power giants, of course. Gary Coles, better watch out. Rambo Shante is right on his tail. Do you think he'll hold on for the victory? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Back to Chuck Dixon. A little bit more speeders help right there. And he should be on his way towards the wall. There he goes with all his strength in his mind. And look at this, another speed bus. Wow. And I think back in the front, it looks like Gary Coles is going to hold off Rambo Shante. Great strategy by Gary Coles. And Chuck Dixon with a 4th consecutive speed bus. And his team is going to be happy with the result tonight, don't you think? That's right. He is going to win this one because Gary Coles assists Chuck Dixon for the victory over the Lucky Irish. And Stealing Man, who's swimming like crazy, better to close up speed. A little disappointed with a lost that time. But as always, next time, alright, Gary Coles and Chuck Dixon win. That's why a combination of speed and strength helped them out. Back in the bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, time for the next phase. You got it. It will feature our defending tag team champions, Al Henry Jr., the son of the license to drive, and his trustworthy pen pal, Chris Knuckles. They'll be taking on the 2015 Boxing Stars champion, David Howie, and his partner, Gordon Lambert. The players are all warmed up and ready to go. Let's rock this place. So as of right now, our defending tag team champions will have 2 wins and 2 losses. Right now, it looks like Gordon Lambert's going to, so they're going to have a 2-on-1 advantage right now. A win tonight will put them above 500 and move one step closer towards repeating their title. Can they get a job done this week in our fall preview? We'll find out soon. Well, out here, Jr.'s squad had come in and really up in the front because the other 2 Chao aren't dancing to the beat. And it looks like he's going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar that gets beat is his partner, Chris Knuckles, trying to get one step closer towards earning a shot at that repeat title this year. And right now, who will get speed with number 2 is Gordon Lambert. That's who trying to hold on Chris Knuckles over the bitches. And now he enjoys correct. That means David Howie will have command of the best position because I think someone took a shortcut. One of the Silver Chao did. I'm not for sure. As the next speed is made by Chris Knuckles, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. And look who's sleeping and took a shortcut. It's number 8. While he's taking a rest, he now has command of the lead up in the front. As number 2, who is way behind the competition, takes the next speed rest. Right now it looks like David Howie and Al Henry Jr. are battling for the best position up in the front, with Gordon Lambert right on their tail in 4th. As number 1 will get the next command speed rest, dominating on the rest of the pack. And down goes Chris Knuckles. That's going to cause a serious damage. But he's going to get another speed boost, trying to lead his team towards a victory. That makes the second speed boost race. Meanwhile, back up in front, it looks like Al Henry Jr. and David Howie are inching neck to neck right now in the current moment. And David Howie's going to rest. As Gordon Lambert, who can't forget about Gordon Rest, takes the next speed boost. That makes it second speed boost race. Right now, number 8 is safely at home stretch with no opponents to worry about in the current moment. This way should go to the next pack standing, which is going to be second place at the current moment. By the way, we'll set it as David Howie will get the next command speed boost. Number 8 is going to wind him in first place. And it looks like Al Henry Jr. and Chris Knuckles are going to be one step closer towards a repeat as Gordon Lambert takes number 10. Al Henry Jr. and Chris Knuckles are winners. They are now one step closer towards repeating their title. They're about 500 for the moment. And right now, Chris Knuckles is going to rest. So we should have time for one more speed boost. By the way, looks like, yep, number 2 will close on speed boost. Number 7 in the dust. Alright, Al Henry Jr. and Chris Knuckles get another win towards a repeat. That's why we'll be back with more after the break. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back from our commercial break. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 4 will feature the classic go-getters, Antonio Bennett and Chris Schneider, taking on the Gunner Star Master Garrett Dayton and the Harlem Shake Wiz F1 Kingsley. They're looking for a dance and they win tonight, so let's see what happens here. Good luck to those 2 teams, and please start the buzz! And it looks like Chris Schneider's going to rest. which means Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsbury will have the opening edge. They have a 2-1 advantage over the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett, the Cross Go-Getters. But let's see how the rest of the base will fold for these three superstars. Right now, these three superstars are going to eat the food, and there goes Garrett Dayton, and he's going to expect his team should still have the lead with F1 Kingsbury up in front, as the first superstar to get speed best is the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett, who is catching up to him over at the bridges. Meanwhile, his partner, Christian Chao, is getting left behind in the competition all the way back. He's better to take the water, trying to gain some ground enemy early on. As Speedbus number 2 in this race, we made by number 2, who is catching up to our leader, Garrett Dayton, after taking a rest for a while. Right now, it looks like the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett is trying to catch up as well. He's catching up to F1 Kingsbury, battling for third place in the category. As we approach the 1 minute mark, the next appearance we made by Chris Schneider. He's trying to catch him in hurry, and right now number 7 is getting all alone in last place. I think he needs a couple of speed reps, and I mean now. But the next speed rep is going to be made by number 1. He also really needs a catching up to do. Meanwhile, Garrett Dayton is getting tailgated by number 2 at the category, trying desperately to hang on for the win, and number 7 finally gets some help, but he's still way behind the competition. And back with fun, it looks like Antonio Bennett and F1 Kingsbury are catching up to Garrett Dayton in the category. Which team will prevail at the end? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 7 as he continues to fight for the eye. I don't think we'll get any more speed. I mean, now I get, don't you think? Anyway, back with fun, Garrett Dayton is trying to hold on number 2 for the lead up in the home stretch. They're approaching home stretch as number 8 will get the next command, and it looks like number 1 is going to rest, trying to get some attention here. And number 7 is getting all alone in last place as Christian Chao gets another turn. That makes it a second speedless race, but the Garrett Stop Date dance is going to be made tonight because Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsbury are winners. They beat the Classic Go-Getters. Great job. That's Antonio Bennett. A little disappointing loss, spending the close on the speed. And that's going to do it for this race. So Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsbury are doing the Gangnam Style dance. They are the winners of this race. Yeah, but let's see how the rest of the season will fare. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. Alright, Paul, who do we have next? Race number 5 will feature Louis Charleston and Hunter Brown against Ryan Christian and Thomas Ringrider. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's have a challenge! Here we go. Let's see what happens this time. And it looks like number 1 is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd. Right now the 2 teams are approaching the palm trees. That's what we always start with the first obstacle on the yellow course. And the 4 are going to eat the food. And it looks like Thomas Ringrider will have command of the lead for his team because the other 3 Chao are dancing to the beat. And right now it looks like Thomas Ringrider pauses for a moment as the first superstar gets Beepus is number 1, who's battling one of the bridges in Cameron. And right now number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. He's trying to gain some ground over at the water as number 1, who fights for dear life on the bridges, opens this one up with back-to-back spears, and there he goes! Flying down the ice. That will gain some ground. And right now, Thomas Ringrider is safely in the lead up in front as his partner, Ryan Christian, takes the next command spears, guarding him with all his might. Right now, Hunter Brown really needs to catch him to do, and so is number 7. We passed the 1 minute mark as the next speed bus of this side race as Hunter Brown passes for one will be made by Louis Charleston, who keeps the yellow Chao in the dust. Meanwhile, Thomas Ringrider and Ryan Christian, and it looks like Ryan Christian is pausing in one, but they're in the lead in the come one as Hunter Brown finally gets some help, trying to get back to number 7 with a battle for survival. And right now it looks like Thomas Ringrider and Ryan Christian are trying to guard the lead over Louis Charleston as number 8 takes the next speed rest. He currently leads over the 4-7 Chao. Number 7 is getting left behind, and there goes Hunter Brown with all his strength trying to survive. Number 7 is getting left behind. He is all alone in last place. Next speed belongs to Hunter Brown. That makes his second speed space. And looks like we're going to have a competition, folks. Which team is going to prevail over the home stretch? I do believe it's going to be Thomas Wingrata and Ryan Christian, not two. As number 2, we'll get the next match because he dominates over the 4-7 Chao. Yeah, Thomas Wingrata and Ryan Christian are going to hold on for the victory. They're going to get another win on number 1. As number 8 takes number 10. Thomas Wingrata and Ryan Christian hold on Bruce Charleston and Huddlebound to secure an easy victory. Number 1 and 7 are getting left behind for Troy. Alright, they done a pretty good job, right? That's right. Coming up, we got more science for you, but first let's look at this. And we'll be halfway there after race number 6 for the tag team action. That's right, race number 6 will feature the Days Brothers, Tommy and his older brother Kenny, battling against Alex Muggerson and the former Blackfire Will Linkson. It's best of luck to those two teams on the quest for victory, and they're off. And it looks like Will Linkson's gonna rest, which gives the Days Brothers a 2-on-1 advantage over Alex Muggerson. Let's see if it'll pay off or not in the early run. Right now, these three Chao are chicken apollo trees like crazy. And now they're gonna eat the fruit. And there goes the Days Brothers. They will have come in, I believe, up in the front with Alex Muggerson right on their tail in third place. And it looks like these Chao are gonna be heading for water. They're trying to stay alive in the water. And who will get the opening toss this time? It is number 7, who was going to rest for a while, but now he's gaining some ground. Right now, number 2 and they are getting left behind in the competition. They're battling for dear life all the way in the back of the pack. As number 7, who leaves the 2 Chao behind, opens this one up with back-to-back spears. And right now, Tommy Days is catching up to his partner Kenny Days and battling with Alex Muggerson in second place. We're approaching the 1-minute mark of this race as the next spears we made by number 2, who's trying to lead numbers 1 and 8 in the dust. Poor number 1 and 8 are getting left behind. They need a lot of speed bumps, but let's get back to number 2. He now has command of the lead over the 4-7 Chao ahead of number 7. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 8 and number 2. All speed bumps are consecutive so far, as number 1 will get the next command speed bumps, trying to lead number 7 and 8 in the dust. Poor number 8 is getting all last place. I don't think we'll get speed bumps there. Next speed bumps belongs to Will Linkson, the former Blackfire. He was going to rest for a while, and Kenny Days is going to rest. Right now it is Tommy Days leading over Alex Muggerson heading into the home stretch. And who will get the next one? It is number 1. That makes it second speed bump race, and now he leads the yellow third Chao in the dust. Right now, Alex Muggerson try one last effort to stay alive, but as number 8 takes the next command speed buzz, the Days Brothers prevail over the 2 opponents. The Days Brothers are 1 win closer towards fulfilling their dreams. That's right, and we will have the License of Destiny ready to fulfill another Star Wars Revenge. That will happen right after we hear one from this. Alright, we're now in the second half of our tag team action. And this one should be an exciting one. That's right, race number 7 is going to feature our runner-up, the License of Destiny, Alvin Sr. and OG Upton against the Mailbusters, our defending world champion Chao Pickles and the Crime Buster Rusty Williamson. And we have 2 of the top leaders in the contention, so please start the race. As of right now, Alvin Jr., or Alvin Sr. and Chao Pickles are tied for the best record at 11 and 4. But only one of them will earn a win for their team, and they will improve to 12 and 4. So which one of our co-leaders will improve to 12 and 4 and have the sole possession of the lead of the standings? We'll find out in just a amount of minutes from now. Right now it looks like Chao Pickles and he's going to rest. As the License to Drive, Alvin Sr. wins the opening toss to begin the second half of play. Right now a couple of Sewage are getting left behind on the way back. It looks like number 7 and number 2, with number 2 being way behind the competition. Number 7 is heading for the water, trying to gain some ground, as number 8 was speed as number 2 in this race, trying to catch up to OG Upton. And guess who took a shortcut? It is Alvin Sr., I think. Anyway, Alvin Sr. is leading for the License of Destiny over the Mailbusters, as the next video will be made by his partner, OG Upton, or OG Upton for short. His team is pretty good right now. Right now, number 2 is getting left behind as we pass the 1 minute mark. He is going to need a couple of speed bumps to get back in this one, and this is one of them. Meanwhile, Alvin Sr. is supposed to be well. He's gonna have a power right about now. And there he goes, busting down the line over the wall. He made it to the top of the wall easily, and now he's heading over the waterfall. Next Speedbus belongs to his partner, OJ Upton. That makes his second Speedbus race. Right now, it looks like Chao Pickles and Rusty Williamson are battling for second place. As for OJ Upton gets back-to-back Speedbus, making his first Speedbus race. His team should be pretty happy with the result this week. Alvin Sr. is gone, ladies and gentlemen, as Rusty Williamson gets the Speedbus, and numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind, climbing out the wall. The License of Destiny prevail over the mailboxes by a lot of distance. Great job. As number 8 run the next 4 Speedbus. So Alvin Sr. will have the sole possession of the lead over the 48 Chao with 12 wins and 4 losses. They've done pretty well so far in fulfilling the revenge, as number 7 better to close up the Speedbus race, I think, as number 2 is getting left behind the competition, just as I expected. And that is going to do it for this race. So, the License of Destiny move one step closer towards the second chance at the tag team title. That's right, we'll be back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, moving right along to race number 8. That's right, race number 8 will feature the Miller trainers, Talbot and Dave Miller, taking on Nick Saiwan and Richard Hasselhoff. These two teams, I'm sure, had a great time practicing this up, but only one team will prevail. Who's gonna win? We'll find out. And it looks like Al Miller's gonna rest, and so is Nick Saiwan. So it's Dave Miller versus Richard Hasselhoff at the palm trees. But here comes Al Miller. He's blazing down the aisles, trying to catch up to Richard Hasselhoff, and the Miller traders are dancing to the beat. And there goes Richard Hasselhoff. He's going to have Commander Lee up in the front, and he's going to rest. That'll give Al Miller Commander Lee as he blazes through the aisles. And who will get the winning toss as they head for the water? It is number 8 who gets the winning toss. That's who. And number 7 is getting left behind in the crowd, heading into the bridges at the Cameron. As Speedbus number 2 in this race will be made by number 1, who's got jumped to number 8 in the lead over the 4-7 Chao. Right now, Hal Miller is leading, going with Dave Miller, who's right behind him in second place. And now we're approaching the 1 minute mark of this side race, as number 8 gets another Speedbus, making his second Speedbus race. And look at that, he now leads over the 4-7 jump, gets 1 in the Chao, all pausing for a moment. Meanwhile, number 7 still left behind, and he's going to need a couple of Speedbus to get back in this one. And this is the first time I think he needs a lot more help than that. And back up in front, Hal Miller is climbing up the wall with Dave Miller guarding him with all his might. I think the Miller trainers are going to get an easy one. Might have a chance to win a World Tag Team Championship. We'll soon know. Back to number 7, and now he continues to battle with number 8 for the lead over 4-7 Chao, with numbers 1 and 2 battling for 2 life all the way in the back. And who will get the next one? It is Richard Hasselhoff, just as he was going to rest. But that's always another time for Richard Hasselhoff at next time. Al Miller has his face all wrapped up for the Miller trainers, ladies and gentlemen. As Nick Saiwan takes the next Speedbus, the Miller trainers prevail with Hal Miller in first place. And it looks like Dave Miller's going to come in second place, just right behind. So they get another win towards the shot of the first title, and we have just enough time for one more Speedbus in this race, and it will be made by number 7. He was way behind for a while, but now he dominates over the 4-7 Chao. Number 2 can just forget about this race. And the Miller trainers can celebrate with a victory. That's fine. Coming up, we got more sign action for you, but first have a look at this. Okay, we're back. We've seen a lot of tag team action so far, and now it's time for Paul to introduce race number 9. That's right, we have our defending third place contenders, the Dazzling Aces, in race number 9. Tonight they'll be taking on Jeff Norris and Frank Natal. This race will feature the Golden Show, as you all know. So they're going to need a lot of support from the fans to win this one. But let's see what happens here. Everyone is on the clock, and please start numbers! And it looks like Frank Natal's going to rest, which means the Dazzling Aces will have a 2-on-1 opening edge over Jeff Norris at the current moment. Jeff Norris and Frank Bonataro are currently undefeated. But it looks like the Dazzling Aces has got pretty good flying abilities. Let's see what happens in the near future. Right now it looks like John Miller and Fred Harrison will have full control of the lead up in the front. And it looks like John Miller is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get beat is Frank Bonataro, who is way behind the competition of weather bridges. His partner, Jeff Norris, is trying his best to stay alive in the rankings over at the water. And who will get speed bus number 2? It is number 7. He leaves Frank Bonataro left behind in dead meat. And it looks like John Miller is in second place because guess who took a shortcut? It's number 2, one of the Golden Chao up this race. And who will get the next one as we approach the 1 minute mark? It is going to be Jeff Norris. That's who. He is in last place, trying desperately to catch up. Right now it is John Miller, who's safely in second place with the best position so far. As Jeff Norris gets back-to-back speed runs, he's still way behind the competition. Frank Bonataro, meanwhile, is all alone in last place. But the next speed runs will be made by number 8, who's trying his best to stay alive in rankings. Back up in front, number 2 now has a more comfortable lead ahead of John Miller because John Miller is good race. But he should still have the best position in second place. Number 2 is approaching home stretch. As Fred Harrison takes the next command speed rest, his team currently leads in second place at the current moment. Looks like John Miller is going to lead Jeff Norris and Frank Bonataro left behind. He's got pretty good flying by the way it looks like. Yep. As Jeff Norris takes another time making his third speed rest race. Number 2 winds up in first place. That means this race will go to the next best standing of the Chao. The Dazzling Aces prevail over Jeff Norris and Frank Bonataro. They win with second place. As number 7 will get another turn. That makes his second speed rest race. Frank Bonataro is a little disappointed, and he was all alone in last place. I think he's going to get the last speed rest by the way it looks like. Yep, Frank Bonataro will close out the speed rest for the race. A little bit disappointed with last place and a loss. Alright, so the Dazzling Aces are back on track towards their first title. That's right, we'll be back with more. Stay tuned. And now for race number 10. Race number 10 will feature Jerry Lang and Evan Chandingo taking on Kyle Leachman and the Bobby Mater himself, Bobby K, in which Kyle and Bobby did pretty good in the first half of the program. Let's see if we can keep it up. Best of luck to these two teams, and let's rock this place! Alright, so which will be the next fortunate ones? We'll find out soon enough, as the two teams make their way towards the rainbow path. And remember fans, no matter what week we're in, anything can happen in Chao Racing. In every city we travel, anything can happen indeed. Right now it looks like Kyle Richmond is going to have come in on the lead. He's going to lead his team on the bridges. And oh yeah, guess what? He decided to make things easy. He took a shortcut as Jerry Lang went ceiling toss. Now Kyle Richmond has a safer lead thanks to that shortcut. Meanwhile, number 1's getting left behind as he heads for the water. As number 7 takes speed rest number 2 and try to get sweet to catch up more on the bridges. Kyle Leachman had the lead and he made it even bigger thanks to that shortcut. I think his team is going to get another easy victory. They were 3-1 in the first half, and I think they're going to do it again to make it 4-1. As number 8 will have the next command speed rest as we pass the 1 minute mark. Jerry Lang better hurry up. He doesn't want to get left behind. But there's always next month for Jerry Lang. Always next race for each week. As the next speed rest will be made by Evan Chandingo, who is catching up to Jerry Lang in third place. The Bobby Miller may be left behind, but his team is way ahead of the other team. His team is safely in the lead, and it looks like number 1 is pausing forward. As number 7 will have another turn. That makes his second speed rest of the race. At back of my front, Kyle Richmond is safely in home stretch with no opponents to worry about. He is going to approach the home stretch, and he is heading for the goal line. As the next speed rest will be made by number 2, who was scoring best for now, but now he dominates over second place with the best attack. And eventually knows getting left behind. The Bobby K scored right, but he still has a smile today because he and Kyle Richmond are on winners of this race. As Jerry Lang will have another time making his second speed rest. Kyle Reachman and Bobby K are doing pretty well with that win. They are now 4-1, and they're doing pretty well. The Bobby Mayo is surely in a good mood today as Bobby K gets the number 10. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition all in the last place. No help at all. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this race. It will be made by number 7. That makes it a second speed bus race. So Kyle and Bobby prevail in this one. But how long will the rain last? We'll find out soon. Yep, let's do hope the good fortune will continue in the early one. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, just a couple more races in our tag team play. Right, the first of them will feature Eric Crosby and Al Holmes taking on Donald Rennings and Luke Green. And coming up in the main event, the Go-Getters 2.0 and Vince Dayson and Graham Murray fight to stay undefeated in the rankings. So with that thought in mind, let's send it down to the field once again. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the buzz! Here we go, as the two teams make their way across the rainbow path. And it looks like Luke Green is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd for a moment. The other three Chao are approaching the palm trees. And they're shaking the palm trees. Now they're going to eat the fruit. And which team will have coming in the lead up in the front? It's going to be Eric Crosby's team, leading Alan Holmes for his team. And it looks like he is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat, is number 7, who's also heading for the water, along with a couple silver Chao, including number 8, who is getting left behind the competition trying to stay alive. And who got speed bus number 2? It is Eric Crosby. That's who. He is catching up to our leader, Donald Rennings, who's one of the best swimmers, as you all know. Alan Holmes better hurry up if he wants to stay alive in the rankings, as he will get the next command speed bus, catching up to his partner, Eric Crosby, and Donald Rennings. Number 2 is getting left behind along with number 8. Which one got the next command speed bus? It is number 2. That's who. So now he's trying to lead number 8 in the dust. Meanwhile, Donald Rennings is trying to hold off Eric Crosby and hurry, as his partner, Alan Holmes, gets another turn. That makes his second speed bus race, and Luke Green is for best try. And number 2 pauses for more, so he's going to be left behind in the competition all the way and back. Next speed bus belongs to number 1, who's trying to lead number 8 in the dust. And back with fun, it looks like Donald Rennings will be the first to approach the home stretch. And since he's one of the best swimmers, he should lead Eric Crosby in the dust. There he goes! He's leading Eric Crosby in the dust. As Luke Green takes another turn, making his second speed bus race. And his team is the winner! Donald Rennings and Luke Green prevail over Eric Crosby and Al Holmes. The undefeated run continues for Donald and Luke this week. As number 1 will get another turn, making his second speed bus race, and I think that's going to do it. Number 2 can just forget about this race. So with that happy fun in mind, Donald and Luke will lead us to the main event. That's right, we'll present our main event in just a matter of moments, but first let's hear one from this sponsor. Alright fans, it's that time again to present the big event. That's right, it's the main event of our Tag Team Fall Preview Special this week. And for our main event, we have 2 of those undefeated teams. The Go-Getters 2.0, Mickey Nelson and Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, and Vince Dayson and Graham Murray. Both teams had a 4-0 record heading into the summer break, but only one of them will improve to 5-0. The other team will have to drop to 4-1. So, let's see which team will improve to 5-0 for the 2017 Tag Team season. And this week's Fall Preview main event is presented by Dunkin' Donuts, our co-executive proud partner for Chao 2017. Check out the coffee and bagels and donuts and other great stuff at your local Dunkin' Donuts restaurant. So, with that happy thought in mind, let's send them down to the field one more time. Best of luck to the 2 teams, and let's have a challenge! And here comes the 2 teams pressing down the line, with Mickey Nelson off to an excellent start ahead of the competition. But you know what? Rusty Instant Weekend Jackington and Graham Murray are 2 of the best swimmers of the league. And swimming has been working pretty well for the past couple of races. Right now it looks like Then Stacy's going to have command on the way up in the front. And who's going to get the opening toss for our main event this week? It is going to be Ricky Nelson, not Sue. He's also heading for a watercolor award. Numbers 2 and 7 are battling over at the bridges right now. As number 7 will get Speedboats, number 2 to space. And there he goes, flying down the aisle. He's with me, number 2 in the dust for the moment. Back up at front, our 4 superstars are rushing in each other. As Ben Station will get the next command. His team currently leads at the current moment. And it looks like Bussy Innsbruck and Jackson is positive for one, as he will get the next command SBS, trying desperately to get back in this one. Right now, numbers 2 and 7 are still battling for dear life all the way in the back. Which one of them will get the next command SBS? It's gonna be number 2, that's Sue. Now he leads number 7 in the dust. Meanwhile, the 4th Chao and number 1 are all climbing up the water as number 7 gets number 10, making his second speed best to the base, but he's still in last place. And Ricky Nelson's going to miss. That means number 1 will have command of the lead up in the front, with Vince Dason having the best position so far in second place. But here comes Ricky Nelson with number 2. That makes his second speed best base, now fighting to stay alive. But I do believe Glenn Murray is going to be gone, ladies and gentlemen. Yup, he is gone, ladies and gentlemen, as Ricky Nelson takes back by Spears. Bugsy and Jackson also swing like crazy, but it's Glenn Murray and Vince Dason who prevails in our main event. Great job, as number 1, who dominates over the 4-0 Chao, will close on Spears for the tag team portion. So, Vince Dason and Glenn Murray are a tag team of us for August. They'll be back next month for 1. That's right, back in the bed, do not go away. So the Divas are now on the field, and here's possibly more talks about the first race of this week. That's right, we're going to start with race number 5 this week, featuring Sasha Gisborough, Andrea Lewis, and Erica Ferrells. These 3 women have always been ready and won for a championship, so let's get to it. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! And it looks like Sasha's going to rest. That means Andrea and Erica will have the opening edge as the 2 Chao make their way towards the rainbow path. And it looks like Andrea Lewis going to rest. Which means Erica Ferrells will have the upper hand on those 3 divas of the cowboy. And there she goes. She ate the food and she's on her way. Heading into the bridges, what path will she be taking? Looks like she's going to be taking the water path. As the first superstar gets beat is Andrea Lewis, who is way behind the competition, now trying desperately to catch up in a hurry. Right now, Erica Ferrells is surely having a good time dominating the lead in the current moment. But I think someone took a shortcut, I don't know. As speed race number 2 will be made by number 8, who dominates over the 5-0 Chao and Sasha Gisborough. Number 2 is getting left behind in the competition on the way back. As Sasha Gisborough takes the next command speed race, Andrea Lewis made a shortcut after being left behind in the competition. She now has command of the lead up in the front ahead of Erica Ferrells. Erica Ferrells trying to get back in this one as the next speed race will be made by number 7, who's trying to lead number 6 in the dust. Meanwhile, number 2 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back of the pack, folks. He's going to need a couple, and down he goes. He's going to need a couple of speedboats to get back in this one, and this is one of them, trying to make the pass for number 6 for dear life. And back right front, Andrea Lewis has reached the top of the wall. Will she be able to hold on for a victory? We'll find out soon enough. Next speedboat belongs to number 6, who's battling with number 7 over at the wall for 6th place. Number 2 is getting left behind in the competition. He's trying desperately to get back in this one. And it looks like number 6 and 7 on the rest, so number 2 will have a little bit of catching up to do. As Sasha will get another time, making her second speed space, but it looks like Andrea is going to hold off Erica for the victory. Yep, Andrea Lewis holds off Erica Ferrells for an easy victory. So Andrea Lewis gets her first win of her Chao racing career. Well done, we applaud you. Coming up, our women's division action will continue, but first have a look at this. And now in the next one, race number 6 will feature Christina Bennett, Sandy McDonald, and all the way across the ocean from Japan, from Japan, it's Yuga Kojima, a Japanese relative that just moved from America. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! And it looks like Yuga's going to mess. So let's watch Christina and Sandy as they make their way towards the palm trees. Here comes Christina and Sandy. They're going to check the palm trees. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Christina. She's going to have come in early up in the front. We're standing right on her tail in second. And it looks like Christina's flying down the water as number 1 will win the open toss this time around. And one of the silver challenge going to mess. Right now, numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind along with Yuga Kojima up in the bridges. As number 8 was Beavis number 2 of this race. And he pauses for a moment. Right now, it looks like Christina Bennett is dominating the lead at the Catamount as Yuga Kojima will have the next command spears, all relative from Japan. Currently sits in 4th place from the pack, and right now, Sandy McDonald's going to mess. She and number 7 are battling for dear life. Which one got the next command spears? It is number 7, Natsu. And take a look at Christina Bennett. She's surely having a good time trying to make a bid for the 2018 Women's Championship. And who got the next PMS? It is Sandy McDonald, Natsu. Number 7 seems like he's getting left behind in the competition. But number 2 is the real deal who is way behind. I don't think either one of them will get speed bust every now and then. They're going to be left behind for a while. Back to Sandy McDonald. And now he moves up a couple more places. But I don't think he'll be able to catch up to Christina Bennett. Christina Bennett is gone, ladies and gentlemen. As number 2 finally gets some help as he climbs on the wall. Yep, I don't think Sandy or Yuga won't stand a chance against Christina Bennett. And number 2 with back-to-back speeders. And look at that, she's going to move up a couple of places after being left behind for a while. As Christina is almost at the finish line. According to my calculations, Christina Bennett is the winner. Christina Bennett gets a huge victory ahead of that. As Yuga Kojima will get another turn. That makes her second speed rest of the race. And right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition all the way back. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this race. And it will be made by number 6, leaving number 8 in the dust. Alright, so Christina Bennett starts off with 2017 season with a bang. That's why she got the win, but let's see how long it will last. Bang in a bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, let's simple it up this next race. Very well. For race number 7, Maria Schneider is taking on Cindy Newton and Wheeler Posey, who did very well in making the 20-point bad winners mission boxer this year. And we welcome them to the family. So let's see what happens here. Best of luck to those 3 divas, and please start the race. So the next 3 divas are off and running. Who will be lucky enough to win this race? We'll find out soon enough. Cindy and Rita really love to be on a Chao racing roster, and they made the grade, but let's see how well they're doing in the first race of their career. Right now, it looks like Mia Raposi is going to have command of the lead, because the other 2 Chao are dancing all the way in the back. And who will get the win toss as Rita flies to the water? It's number 8 who gets it. And he's also heading for water, but he went a little too far that time, running around in circles. And right now, number 7 is correct, as Cindy Newton is trying desperately to stay alive, along with number 1 in a freeway battle for dear life, as number 6, who seems to be dominating over the 5-7 Chao, takes Beavis number 2 in this race, catching up to our leader, Via Raposi. And right now, numbers 1, 7, and Cindy Newton are getting left behind in competition. Who will get the next Beavis out of the 3? It's number 7. So now he's back in this one. Meanwhile, Maria Schneider is trying desperately to get back to Wheeler Posey and number 6, as she will get the next command spears. Now she's catching up. Watch out, Rita. Maria is right on her tail. Meanwhile, number 2 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. I think he's going to be left behind for the competition for a while. Next US belongs to Cindy Newton, who's trying desperately to catch up, and I think Maria Schneider wants to make a statement early on. Will Rita hold on Maria for a victory, or will Maria make a statement? We'll soon know, as number 2, who desperately needs some help, gets the next command speed rest. Cindy Newton is also trying her best to stay alive in the game. Number 6 is rapidly catching up to them. And who got the next one? It is number 1 at 2. By the way, up in the home stretch, I do believe Leo Raposi is going to celebrate her first win of her career. By the way, looks at it. Cindy is making one last effort to say line that makes her sex appeal space, but it's going to be too late to make a statement over Rita. Rita Raposi holds out for opponents to start off her career. Her first win of the 2017 season and her career. That's right, congrats to her, and we'll present the final race of the week after we hear a word from this. Alright, last race of our fall previous special this year. That's right, race number 8 will feature Marissa Heaton, Nina Helms, and Christian Jacobs. So, on behalf of everyone here on Chao Racing 2017, we'd like to welcome the 3 divas as our newcomers for this season. Let's hope for the very best in the early run. Good luck to the last 3 divas on the quest for victory. Everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! And it looks like Christian Jacobs is going to race. That means Marissa Heaton and Nina Helms will have the opening edge, with Nina Helms having a good start right now over Marissa at the Cameron as the 2 Chao shake the palm trees. Everyone sure had a great time cheering on the fans on our fall preview special here in New York City, the Empire State Building of the city. And right now it looks like Nina Helms is going to be heading for the water, as Marissa Heaton will have the last opening toss of our fall preview season, as she's successfully catching up in a hurry. And right now, number 8 is getting left behind. She's about to take the water as Christian Jacobs will have speedless number 2 of this race. And it looks like Nina Helms. So Christian will have a little bit of catching up to do ahead of Nina Helms. And who will get the next command speedless as Nina Helms heads over the hill on Christian Jacobs. It's number 7 who got the next command speedless, trying to lead the others in the dust with Marissa Heaton. And right now, number 6 is getting left behind the competition. We passed the 1 minute mark in space as Marissa Heaton gets to number 10. That makes her second speedless race, but she still has a long way to go before she will catch up to him. Meanwhile, Nina Helms is trying her best to hold on Christian Jacobs as they approach the Sapphire course. As the next speedless we made by number 7, who is the Yellowstone Chao in the dust. Corn number 6 is getting left behind in the competition. Numbers 1 and 2 are also getting left behind, but I don't think any of them will get speedless every now and then. Next speedless belongs to Marissa Heaton. Now she has 3 speedless on this race, and back in front, Nina Helms and Christian Jacobs are battling on top, heading into the top of the wall. And who got the next one? It is number 1. That's who. He's leaving numbers 2, 7, and 6 in the dust, with number 6 in dear life all the way in last place. And Marissa Heaton will get another turn. That makes her 4th speedless race. But back up in front, Nina Helms and Christian Jacobs are battling at the home stretch, and I do believe Nina Helms is going to hold on Christian for the victory. Yep, as number 7 will get his 2nd speedless race, and numbers 2 and 6 are getting left behind in the competition, fighting for D-Life all the way back. And number 1, his speedless was too late. Nina Helms is the winner of this race. She holds on Christian Jacobs and Marissa Heaton in a hurry. Thanks, Marissa and Christian, for all your support, and congratulations to Nina Helms on her first victory. We'll be right back to wrap up our show in just a little bit. Stay tuned. Well, folks, that's it for our 2-part fall preview special. Next week will be our season return episode, in which we're going to resume another great season. So until then, thanks to everyone in New York City for participating in our 2-part fall preview special tonight. This is Brad Chang signing off. Keep on smiling, and see you in next week. Paul Cycle signing off. Join us next week for the return of Chao Racing 2017. See you then.